Welcome back to the channel. This is a quick video on Novonix. It's obviously gone up price. I bought in $1 and $1.26 and now it's at $1.70. Would I buy more? Yes, I would, given my understanding of where they're going in the future. So I've went through the webinar today from Novonix to remind myself why I bought them and some good points about them. So I'll now go through the points, and yeah, that's all I can say. I'll go through the points and remind myself and you on why you bought Novonix or why you might want to buy Novonix. And if you don't know much about Novonix, go watch my last videos and explain why it might be like a 7-time stock, possibly even more, maybe less, but it's keep going up and up. If you're not buying now, you're just increasing the risk it's going to go up even further and you're going to miss out. It's already gone up quite substantially, but there is still room to grow, even though your multiple has been decreased with the growth over the last 6 months. That's just a truth factor. And without further ado, here's the points from their webinar that's on their website. You can go through the whole webinar to get all the points, or here's some of the key points. So anyway, I listened to the webinar a fair few times and took notes on it as I was driving around for work today. 1320, natural can't compete. So natural graphite can't compete with synthetic. For a million-mile battery, which is what they're aiming for, it needs 3,000 cycles. So that can only really be achieved with synthetic graphite and not natural. So any companies in natural, they're probably missing out the major growth, according to what I've heard from Chris Burns, who's a doctor in batteries. Okay, so 1530, expanding to Europe. So of course, this company wants to grow. If you're in this company, you want to do it all. You want to kill it, right? So you're expanding into Europe, obviously. Any opportunity, you're expanding. Who knows, they'll probably make their own batteries. Why not? Okay, so 1930, DPMG opportunities. So that's I talked in a video about the synthetic graphite. That should make them a lot of money, given that they're looking to go to 100,000 tons a year in 2030. In my last video, I did Novonix on what that means for the money and comparing it with the market cap. Really rough figures, just to put it out there. So DPMG, okay, then 1330, it states, and if you didn't already say, this is a Novonix webinar. I'll put the link in the description below. So 30 minutes study, million miles is at 300,000 cycles. It also has a chart, and Chris explains to get to the 3,000 cycles, it's a mixture of having a good electrolyte, good synthetic graphite, good cathode. It's a mixture of all those to get to that 3,000 cycle battery, which is the million-mile battery. So 3250, it states the cathode market is 3 times bigger than the anode market, simply on cost. So obviously it's nickel, has to get mined out of the ground. It's a big industry. Perhaps a small made to be made. Well, at least they're going to have this synthetic graphite, then they're going to have the cathode market as well. They're going to do it all, and they're at the forefront. They've got this DPMG technology. And I'll jump to another note. 3820 in the webinar. They're at the pilot stage for DPMG, though he states that the yields gained from DPMG, which is a method of making the cathode, so setting that up way easily outweighs the cost of, sorry, the yields gained from it, as in money and time saved, material saved, and that easily outweighs the cost to set up a DPMG way of building the cathode, if that makes sense. So I'll jump back to what else states are working. 3345 states they're working on all the state-of-the-art materials to support the million-mile batteries, which is where all the growth is. So all the growth, if I didn't always say this, is from million-mile batteries going in the cars, because who wants a car that's going to last only 5 years? You want a car that's going to last a lot of years. You don't want to buy a car that's only lasting 3 years. You have to change the battery, perhaps like a Nissan Leaf or something. So they're working on everything. They're working on the anode, which is the graphite, that's synthetic graphite, the cathode, which is nickel, manganese, cobalt, and also the electrode. And they're the doctors of batteries. Chris Burns is a doctor in batteries. They send out the equipment to Panasonic, whatever, and they know batteries inside out. So if it's something to do with batteries, they know. Oh, why aren't they doing this? They are doing it. They know what they're doing. He's a doctor in batteries. So anyway, we'll go to 3630. Questions asked, what sort of moat does Novonix have in DPMG? And he says they have a lot of patents on it. Patents is a moat on DPMG. And yeah, and that's it for the important parts I saw in the webinar. And let's end it there.